Well, hi, I'm Noah Bradley with Handmade House TV. Welcome to this week's episode where today I'm going to do my first product review, Goop-chink. Stay tuned. So here we have our Goop-chink today. On the label here it says it looks just like cement, but it's better. And that brings up my first issue with it. If cement is a bad thing, if we want to use a synthetic material, why is it that the synthetic needs to look like something that's bad to use? Why are we trying to create a product that looks like a product that's the wrong product to use? And it makes you wonder also why the cement industry doesn't create a product that says their cement looks just like plastic. Oh yeah, Goop-chink. Actually, over the years I have been sent many samples from manufacturers of synthetic chinking products with the hopes that I would continue to purchase them off of the suppliers as well as promote them to other people such as you. All of my experiences and tryings with these particular synthetic materials has left me disappointed. Instead, if you've been following me here on Handmade House TV, or if you've signed up for the Log Cabin Academy, you're fully aware that my preference is cement. Not only is it a lot cheaper, not only is it a joy to install, but it has also proved extremely durable. I have chinked well over 100 cabins, likely into the hundreds of log cabins, and I've been doing this for over 30 years. I've never once experienced a single chinking failure. All of them have held up extremely well and look like they will continue to hold up for the decades ahead. I didn't invent the cement chinking technique. I've gone back to other builders who have used it 10, 20, and 30 years before I ever started doing it, and their chinking is held up extremely well with no issues. Now, one thing I do want to make clear, and that is that I'm a big proponent of cement chinking. It is my favorite choice, and it is that because it has held up so well for me. It's a pleasure to work with, it's economical, it's proven. Now, there are the lime enthusiasts, and there are the synthetic chinking enthusiasts as well. And I'm not here to say that they are wrong and that I am right. There's a lot of wonderful people out there who build nice log cabins, who are firm believers in one or the other, and that's fine. We can all have differing opinions and still respect each other as craftsmen. So why is it that we should consider using a synthetic chinking product? Oh, look, on the back there are some bullet points. Let's go through those. It says 100% safe. You can eat it. Low calorie, in fact. Wow, that's great that it's safe like that. I don't know of anybody that's ever been hurt by cement. Cement seems to hold up pretty well. I'm pretty pleased with that, and I've never been tempted to eat it, though. And it says, next one, only 10 times the cost of cement. Wow, that's a bargain. Only 10 times as much. Guaranteed to hold up to UV rays as well as any other plastic product you've known. Wow, they hold up really well out in my yard. I've enjoyed watching my children's toys fade in no time at all. Even comes in glow-in-the-dark colors. Wow, now that would be something. If at nighttime when we went outside we wouldn't have to cut on any lights at all, that our whole home could just glow. Well, that's something. And it'd be a welcoming thing when we came home. We'd be able to find our home with no trouble. It's less work. All you have to do is open the bucket. And that is true that men who work on log cabins, if you want to put cement chinking in there, you got to get a wheelbarrow out, you got to throw some sand in it, and you got to mix it around for a while. And true, all you have to do is open the bucket here. And you get a free bucket when you're done. And you got to admit it is a nice looking bucket. And also it says it patches poor workmanship. You know, that is an issue that I've heard from a lot of folks that prefer to use synthetic materials, is that they choose to use it in tight areas, such as they come in and patch the log ends with it. You should never, ever, no, any product, cement or a synthetic chinking, come in and chink the log ends of our log cabin. For one thing, it won't stay there no matter how sticky it might be. And it also encourages more rot to happen those places. The best way to patch our logs is to patch them. If you're removing rotted wood, you want to put good wood back in its place. You don't want to put some kind of filler. We are log people. We are not dentists that want to come in and put a filler in our holes. And also, I find that a lot of folks will use synthetic chinking in tight places, such as between the window and door trim and the logs. The fact of the matter is that there should not be a space between the trim and the logs. That you don't need a synthetic chink material in order to fill that space in. You just need a better carpenter to not have a space there. Let's see. Also, it says flexible. Be afraid of your logs moving, and that's a big fear that a lot of those in the synthetic chinking industry like to promote. That our logs are going to move, and therefore our chinking is going to crack, and we're going to have all kinds of problems. The fact of the matter is that our logs do tend to move the first few years as they're seasoning, but very little thereafter. And it's an organic process that I have found that I've actually been a little stunned with it in the first few years, and the fact that there didn't seem to be any movement. I can come out here on my own log cabin, and I'll come out here in the winter time, I'll come out here in the summertime. The temperature here in Virginia can vary as much as 100 degrees from highs to low. The humidity can go up to 110% and down to bone dry. And I just don't see much movement. Now, these are vintage logs from an old log cabin. So obviously they're not going to move as much as, say, new sawn wood. But even on new sawn wood, I recently put up a little log cabin with fresh green logs on it, and it's been several months now, and I'm not seeing any problem whatsoever. And I believe what it is they all seem to contract and move with more or less the same rate. They work well together. The cement and the log are kind of natural products. And again, I can only go from experience. I don't have any scientific studies to back it up, but I can say that with all of the experience and the exposure and what I have seen, that there just isn't the issue with expansion and contraction of logs as what we find as what people promote. So let's take a look at this Goop chink, see whether or not we really want to apply it on our home. I'll get it up a little closer to the camera here. Something about it just doesn't seem natural. It just doesn't seem like something I really want to use on my log home. And the fact is, I've never once seen any synthetic chinking. It doesn't really look too much like cement to me. I've never been fooled by synthetic chinking. It always just looks sort of plastic to me. Well, okay, that about wraps it up for this week's episode of Handmade House TV. Overall, I think I'm going to give Goop Chink a thumbs down and stick with cement that I know will work. I look forward to seeing you on next week's episode of Handmade House TV. Come see me over on handmadehouses.com. Make sure and sign up for my free newsletter. I'd like to thank 4 new members of the Handmade House Guild: Gregory Bacon, Michael Sanders, Jessica Wilkie, Dan Fleming, and heck, we'll do one more, Charles Shaw. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and we look forward to seeing you next week. You take care. That's just disgusting. Nice. Nice. That's what I want in my home. Oh my. All right. Okay. Goop Shank, the breakfast of champions. All right, you guys take care. See you next week.